Hey Patreon backers, so this is the second of two that we were going to film back to back, and this is a Patrons Ask GN. As always, you can leave your questions in the Discord and the Ask GN questions chat, and you can go to Google and type in Connect Discord to Patreon if you don't know how to join that server. That'll automate it for you. First question, and please submit some more, by the way. We could use some more for the next one. Andy Rue says, hey GN team, are you going to reboot the ITX case testing anytime soon? With the introduction of the NZXT H1, the M-case, M1 V6, and more, I think now would be a great time to do another round. It's always a time problem. I think if we did mini ITX testing again, we would probably also execute as potentially a one-off. ITX testing, we weren't 100% happy with our bench last time. It was fine for what it did, but it's hard to figure out a cooler that will reasonably fit all of them, and you get into scenarios like the H1 where maybe a small liquid cooler is what's really strongly recommended with it, or even comes with it in some cases. You have issues where sometimes the power supplies are maybe not custom form factor, but a smaller form factor, and you have to change them out, or power supplies that come with it, and now you're into the question of should we remove the existing one and put ours in, whatever. So, I mean, are you going to? Yes, probably, but anytime soon, probably not, because we're about to get buried with CPUs. So CPU launches are coming up. Everyone knows that now. Intel and AMD both doing it. NVIDIA's got new cards this year that should be out probably in the first, well, not exactly sure, but probably first half, maybe slightly after first half. So we're going to be completely buried in silicon testing, and that always takes priority over everything. But I do know the interest, and I'm interested too. It's just a time battle. Next one is from C Money, who says, since you admitted that Morrowind is awesome, which character race did you play as? I'm pretty sure my first character was a Red Guard, and I actually, in any of the Elder Scrolls games, I never even played or really progressed in the storyline. I think that's probably true for a lot of people. I had a lot of fun exploring and ended up doing mod packs. Actually, on gamersnexus.net on the site for probably 2 or 3 years, we ran these roundups of Skyrim mods, and it was our most popular content of all time at that time. So we were really into Skyrim coverage, and Morrowind, I'll go out and say I think Morrowind's the better game. I think it has awful mechanics. If you could easily transplant, like if you just remake Morrowind, if they could do a remaster, then I'd love that. But mechanics combat was, in my opinion, was terrible, like going back in time and looking at it. But the environment was one of the best environments I've ever played in for a game. Really well done on that, as opposed to Oblivion, which is just really bland and feels like the world, and Skyrim, which is like the same except covered in snow. Next one, Yaku says, NVIDIA is currently doing a marketing campaign promoting RTX and Minecraft, claiming smooth performance even with the 2060, which got me curious. Do you think it's worth investigating? So that question was before we did the investigation. Obviously, yes, we did answer that with a video. But I would not call it smooth with an RTX 2060. So if NVIDIA said that, then I would disagree with NVIDIA on that claim, because it wasn't really, 2060 Super is okay. A 2060, not so much. Maybe if you're playing like creative mode, survival mode rather, and you spawn a new world and you're working with that. But if you're talking about big complex maps that were either made in creative mode or were built by modders and you downloaded it, then I just, on average, a 2060 is not really gonna do it. Next one, Masaryk the Mad says, this is kind of a garbage question and more of a late night curiosity. I've been participating in the Folding at Home team for about 2 weeks, and that time I've managed to climb the leaderboard to somewhere around number 70, letting my computer run almost 24/7. I've more or less stopped progressing, which indicates to me that most people ranking higher than me, roughly 2.5% of participants, have better hardware than I do. Ryzen 3600, 5700 XT. Do you think those stats are representative of the hardware statistics of GN's general viewership within margin of error? Probably. I think the breakaway there is the very top percentage, like I don't know what the percentile is, but the very top of that leaderboard is going to be people with multiple systems running like ours. So that kind of disrupts the data. But I can tell you from our own affiliate data, from like Amazon or Newegg affiliate sale tracking, we can see that the 3600 is one of the top selling CPUs that any of our viewers buy. So 5700 XT did quite well, but I think AMD was still under 20 something, 27 or 30% sales volume for our viewership. So, but I think around that price of card is probably about average, yeah. So that's it for this short one. Post more comments in the AskGN channel. I do my best to kind of scroll up for a couple of weeks worth of comments and pull ones that I think we can answer. And yeah, check back for more. Otherwise, check the main channel for additional coverage. And we'll see you all next time.